Hi everyone, it's Kathy. Thank you so much for joining me. Today I'll be using the new Scalloped Circle Frame die set to create an interlocking gatefold card. It's really easy to do, and I started out with the second largest die from the Scalloped Circle Frame die set. I cut it twice, once from white cardstock and once from yellow cardstock. I took the yellow center and ran that through my die cutting machine with the thatched embossing folder so that it would have some fun texture. Next, I created my card base with a piece of cardstock that measures 5.5 by 8.5. Using my scoreboard with the 8.5 inch side up at the top, I scored at 2 1/8 of an inch. Then I rotated my cardstock all the way around and scored again at 2 1/8 of an inch. When I folded the panels in, I scooched them so that they would meet in the center, and then I used my bone folder to make sure that I had a nice crisp crease. Now to cover those panels, I used some patterned paper from the Extra Bunnies paper pack, and I cut two pieces down to 2 inches wide by 5 3/8 of an inch long. And I used my tape runner to adhere those to the flaps that are going to fold in. Next, I used liquid glue to adhere the yellow center on top of the white center, and then I used liquid glue to adhere the white flower on top of the yellow flower. The reason that I die cut it twice was so that my little interlocking mechanism would be a little bit more sturdy. And I figured that it would be okay to have the yellow on the back side of the white flower, because then when the card is opened, it'll be opposite. So the back of the flower will be yellow and the back of the center of the flower will be white. So it'll still coordinate well with the card. Once I had those pieces adhered, I had to adhere those to the front of the card. When adhering the center of the flower, which I would recommend that you adhere that first, you only want to put adhesive on the right-hand side of the circle so you don't glue your card shut. Now, when adhering the flower piece for the interlocking mechanism, I lined it up on my card front, and then I held my finger and used a pencil to make a little dot on the back side on the top of the flower and as well as the bottom of the flower, so that I would know where to apply the adhesive. Again, I only wanted to make sure that I had it on the left-hand side of the circle of the scallop circle frame to make sure that I didn't glue my card closed. Once I had those adhered in place, I had die cut the word yay using the new Cutie Alphabet die set, and I did die cut it a couple of times so that I could stack the letters just so that there would be some extra dimension. And then I used liquid adhesive to adhere them to the circle. When you are adhering stuff to the center of your flower, you want to make sure that it doesn't overhang onto the white scalloped part. Otherwise, the interlocking mechanism will get blocked and it won't open correctly. I had also stamped the words "It's Your Day" using the Simple Sentiment Strips stamp set, and I used the coordinating die to cut that out. I did put some foam adhesive on the back of that little strip and adhered that to the front underneath the word yay. Off camera, I had colored up one of the super cute little bees from the Busy Bees stamp set and die cut it out. And then I used liquid glue to adhere him to the front. And again, when you're adhering him to the scalloped frame, I would recommend that you put the adhesive on the frame itself, and then that way you have a little bit of wiggle room to move your little character up or down as needed, just to make sure that he also does not interfere with the interlocking mechanism. To add a little bit of shimmer and shine, I used my Wink of Stella glitter pen over the word yay as well as the little bee's wings, and then I used my Nuvo crystal glaze to go over the letters just to give them even more dimension. To finish it up, I added a couple of yellow gemstones to the center of a couple of the flowers, and that's it. That finishes up my card for today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you've not yet subscribed, we'd love it if you would. And don't forget to ring the bell so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Thanks again, and we'll see you next time.